It's that time again. It's about time with Rashawn's About Time Boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mill. What's up to my About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mill gang? Thank you to every single one of y'all who has been taking out the time to watch the videos, like the videos, share the videos, and leave the comments. If you have not already subscribed to the channel and you are watching this video or any of my videos for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. Encourage others to subscribe. Don't forget to share the videos and hit the notification button. Stay up on the latest with Rashawn's About Time Boxing. Before I jump into this topic, I just want to say thank you to all my real and the true About Time Boxing family and Trill 100 Mill gang supporters. And y'all know who y'all are. You know what I'm saying? One of these days I'm going to go through everything that I got and I'm going to just run a list of names down of all y'all, you know, my true supporters, man. I really appreciate y'all, and shout out to my, you know, to my supporters in the Philippines and in the UK and abroad. So I really appreciate the support, honestly. Okay, so I recently did a video about SHAKUR Stevenson and VASYL LOMACHENKO, and y'all Lomachenko fans, y'all are mad. The Lomachenko fans are pissed at me. Y'all mad because I said SHAKUR Stevenson is a better fighter / boxer than VASYL Lomachenko? Well, he is. And as his career evolves, y'all gonna see just how gifted and special SHAKUR Stevenson really is. And it's sad that y'all don't want to give this young man his credit. Cause see, what y'all failing to realize, I'm not saying that Lomachenko is not good. See, this is where y'all not, you know, and then most of y'all not even watching the videos in its entirety, and y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. I never said that Lomachenko wasn't a good fighter. I said that he's not better than SHAKUR Stevenson. Lomachenko is a really good fighter, but he's not as good as SHAKUR Stevenson, and that's the reality of it. SHAKUR Stevenson, I mean, again, shout out, listen, my timing for that video could not be more felicitous. This is why I'm behooved at the responses that I'm getting. So shout out to my UK people, you know what I mean, for the felicitous and behoove. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all already know how we rocking. But I don't understand why y'all so mad. Okay, Lomachenko fought Gary Russell Jr. June of 2014. He won the vacant WBO featherweight title against, you know, against Gary Russell. And his third professional fight. Okay, cool. Gary Russell was 24-0, I think, 14 KOs. Okay, no problem. And then June 2016, he beat Roman Martinez for the WBA junior lightweight title, which SHAKUR Stevenson has now. He beat Jamel Herring for it. And if y'all think that Roman Martinez is a better fighter than Jamel Herring, and I'm going to get to my point. So May of 2018, he won the Lomachenko won the WBA Ring Magazine. He won the WBA and Ring Magazine lightweight titles from Jorge Linares. His 12th professional fight. And then December of 2018, he won the WBO lightweight title from Jose Pedraza, whom Gervonta Davis knocked out. Okay, now SHAKUR Stevenson, October 2019, beat Joet Gonzalez for the vacant WBA featherweight title, and everybody criticized him and said that, oh, he beat Joet Gonzalez, he didn't prove anything. But Lomachenko beat Gary Russell for a vacant WBO featherweight title in his third professional fight, and now all of a sudden he's great. Why? Because Gary Russell Jr. was 24-0 with 14 knockouts. Gary Russell has really fast hands. He's a okay fighter. He's not an A++ fighter. He's not. And if he was to fight Shakur Stevenson would have beat him too. But did Shakur Stevenson lose his second professional fight? No, he didn't. Lomachenko did. But yet and still, Lomachenko was still great. Now Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson go on to be undefeated. Okay. As a matter of fact, Shakur Stevenson didn't even get a shot at a title until, well, the first titles that he actually won was the IBF Intercontinental and the WBC Continental Featherweight titles, not even major titles. Lomachenko's first title shot was at a major, a vacant, but it was a major world title. If Lomachenko would have beat the same people that Shakur Stevenson beat throughout his career, if Lomachenko would have beat Joet Gonzalez for a vacant title or for a belt, if he would have beat Joet Gonzalez if Joet Gonzalez had a belt, or if it was for a vacant title, they would have talked about how great Lomachenko is. Yet and still, Shakur Stevenson beat him. He still got criticized. Oh, well, even though it was a vacant title, he beat Joet Gonzalez. That's still not really showing anything. Oh, he still got more developing to do. But Lomachenko don't. Shakur Stevenson is a decorated amateur. He won 2 Olympic gold medals and 1 silver. So what makes, again, and if I'm missing something, please drop the comments in the comment section below. Fill me in. What is so great? What makes Lomachenko great in your eyes? Those who are fans of Lomachenko, just tell me. What is it that makes Lomachenko great? His accomplishments in such a short time? Because if that's the case, then I can go back and make the argument about Jaron Ennis. With all of the wins and knockouts Jaron Ennis has racked up, and people still saying he hasn't proved anything, he still need more, he need to get more fights under his belt. Are you serious? Don't tell me that the level of opposition, I think that the level of opposition between Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko is not too dissimilar. As far as the level of opposition that they have faced. And again, Lomachenko was 18-2. And then he lost, okay, to a C++, B- Teofimo Lopez. And don't none of y'all sit up there and try to tell me that when they inked that deal for Lomachenko to try to, after he vacated his title to Devin Haney and petitioned for the franchise title. But I guess y'all forgot about that. So why did he do that then? Why did Lomachenko choose to vacate the WBC lightweight title and drop it to Devin Haney, petition the WBC for the franchise title? Why not fight Devin Haney? Devin Haney was his mandatory. Now, if it had been the other way around, and Devin Haney would have opted to fight somebody else, y'all would be dogging Devin Haney out, and y'all would be dogging out Shakur Stevenson, and y'all would be dogging out Gervonta Davis, talking about, oh, well, Loma's this mandatory. Why he's scared to fight Loma? Why won't he fight Loma? Because he know what Loma gonna do. And I'm not, and those of y'all who know the truth, y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all know I'm not lying. Devin Haney was his mandatory. Why didn't he fight Devin Haney? And what y'all gonna say? Teofimo Lopez was better than Devin Haney? Because Teofimo Lopez can't beat Devin Haney. Teofimo Lopez can't beat Shakur Stevenson. Okay? So again, what is it? And if y'all want to talk about those accomplishments that I read that he has accomplished in such a short time, then that just only means that Jaron Ennis should have been a champion a long time ago. And if that's the case, then Jalil Hackett, Richardson Hitchens, a lot of these young fighters should all, Virgil Ortiz, all these fighters. Not David, because he was two-time champion, but I'm just saying these younger guys that's in the game now. Like I said, the Virgil Ortiz, Jaron Ennis, the Jalil Hackett's, all these young guys. Jalil Hackett, 3-0, 4-0 as a pro. He's not gonna get no title shot no time soon. Not at no major world title. He's a decorated amateur. Okay, so why is it that when Shakur Stevenson, because it appears to me that Shakur Stevenson is the avoided and Lomachenko is doing the avoiding. Y'all don't remember Shakur Stevenson calling out Lomachenko, say he wanted to fight Lomachenko? Or what y'all gonna say? Shakur Stevenson wasn't ready? How do y'all know? Y'all knew Loma was ready when he fought Gary Russell in his third fight? And by the way, he fought for a world title in his second pro debut. The one that Lomachenko, when he lost to Orlando Salido. But guess what? Nobody said, oh, well, this guy still got a lot to prove. Nobody said that about Lomachenko. Even when he lost, it was like, oh, he's great. Teofimo knocked out Richard Comey. Loma beat Richard Comey in his comeback fight. Now they talking about he's back. And yet and still, Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, these guys are out of that discussion. Tank Davis, they're out of that discussion because guess what? No matter what Gervonta Davis does, he's still not proving anything. He's not proving anything. He went up to 140, stopped Barrios. He knocked out Santa Cruz. He stopped Gamboa. He knocked out Pedraza. Even when he knocked out Pedraza, oh yeah, great performance, but we don't know if he can do that against top-level opposition, against better opposition. But Lomachenko beat Pedraza unanimous decision. It's the greatest thing anybody ever saw. I don't get. That's. Am I missing something? If I am, please fill me in. Bring me up to speed. Because if y'all want to talk about his short professional career, because it's 18-2. It's 18-2. He's just at about 20 professional fights. Barely. And to me, Shakur Stevenson, if he would have been given the same opportunities that Lomachenko would have been given, he would be probably an undisputed champion. But we know about the NBF thing with Bob Arum and Top Rank. And I'm not the only one who's talked about this. Boxing Ego has talked about it. Dante's Boxing Nation has talked about it. Aki TV has talked about it. Rebel Life Boxing has talked about it. Mark Nash has talked about it. Shout out to all those guys and New Media. Follow their channels. Okay? So I'm not the only one who know about this NBF thing. Because if y'all really think that Lomachenko was the best, then y'all would have demanded that he fight guys like Shakur Stevenson. But instead, he fights a Teofimo Lopez, who, by the way, still doesn't have 20 professional fights either. So would Teofimo be considered greater than Lomachenko since now he only has one loss? Do y'all think? And y'all don't think that? Because when, again, like I said, when they inked the deal for him to fight Lomachenko, y'all didn't think it was a chance in hell for Teofimo Lopez to win that fight. Y'all thought Loma was going to walk him down and stop him. And go ahead, I dare y'all to say, oh no, even though we fans of Loma, we knew Teofimo was going to beat him. Go ahead and lie and say it. Go ahead. Because I'm telling y'all right now, y'all a bunch of liars. Y'all thought that Loma was going to walk Teofimo down and beat him. But guess what? Anybody who know me, when that fight was made, I said that Teofimo Lopez would beat him. I said it. Why? Because I know that there was really nothing great or spectacular about Lomachenko. They say because he took some Ukrainian ballet classes. Nobody has feet like Lomachenko. Nobody can move like Lomachenko. Nobody can punch like Lomachenko. They said nobody in boxing. Nobody. Now, come on now. Y'all really honestly believe that? I mean, come on now. This is what I mean. You know, see, whether I like a fighter or don't like a fighter, I'm going to give a fighter their props. I'm not going to just sit up there and just be like, oh, no, because I like this fighter is not good. Again, this is why I said, some of y'all like idiots, man. Like, y'all not listening and y'all not watching and y'all not understanding. Again, let me be clear. Let me be clear. Okay, so listen. You understand? I never said Lomachenko was not a good fighter. He is a really good fighter. And he is one of the best in his division. But if y'all gonna sit up there and think that he is the absolute best from featherweight up to super lightweight, y'all fooling yourself. He's not. And I said that he's not better than Shakur Stevenson, and he's not. He's not. So what are y'all going to say if Shakur Stevenson go undefeated throughout his career? Y'all still going to try to find a fight to say, oh, he lost. Because when he fought a Jeremiah Nakathila, y'all tried to tear him down behind that fight. Y'all tried to talk about his performance in that fight. But he won though, didn't he? In the loss section on his record, there's a 0 there. Lomachenko has 2. Shakur has none. And I'm waiting for the day that they can make that fight happen. And when he beat Lomachenko's ass, I don't want to hear y'all say, oh well, if he would have fought Loma earlier in his career, that would have never happened. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear it. Because y'all can criticize Floyd for everything that he's accomplished in his career and talk all this trash about him. But y'all worship and praise Lomachenko. Lomachenko is a good fighter. And yes, he has some accomplishments. But if he can accomplish those things in that short amount of time, and y'all consider that to be great, then Jaron Ennis should be greater. He should be greater. He's undefeated. 28 professional fights with 26 knockouts or 27 knockouts. He should have already been a champion. And listen, I want to hear all that stuff like, oh, they're in 2 different divisions. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, stop the cap. Shut the hell up with that stuff. Those of y'all who really understand, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And by the way, Jaron Ennis is another fighter who's avoided. Who's avoiding Lomachenko? Who's avoiding Lomachenko? Who? Who's avoiding him? Ryan Garcia, maybe? I mean, come on now. And Luke Campbell was a C plus fighter when he beat Luke Campbell for the vacant WBC title when Lomachenko beat him for that. But guess what? If Shakur Stevenson beat Luke Campbell, y'all gonna say, oh well, Luke Campbell ain't nobody. If Devin Haney inked the deal to fight Luke Campbell right now and beat Luke Campbell, oh well, Luke Campbell ain't nobody. But when it's fighters y'all favor, when Ryan Garcia beat Luke Campbell, oh boy, they was talking about, oh, now that you can write your own ticket and you the man in the lightweight division, what? And you had a WBC Intercontinental title? You can write your own ticket? Y'all don't see the bias in that? Y'all don't see the bullshit with that? But Shakur Stevenson beat Joet Gonzalez. Okay, yeah, 13, 14 professional fight. Oh yeah, he beat him, but Joet Gonzalez, is really not nobody that's going to test him. So Luis Ramirez was a test for Loma? Oh, go, because listen. Listen, this is a statistical fact. 80% of professional fighters, or maybe more, majority of them win their first 5 or more professional fights. It's rare that they lose a pro debut or second professional fight. Rare. But Loma lost his second pro fight, and yet and still y'all didn't look at it like that was a bad thing for him. If Shakur Stevenson would have lost his pro debut or his second professional fight or third or fourth or anyone along the way, y'all would have been like, he lost his second professional fight. Like, he ain't ready for nobody. He need to go back to the drawing board. That's what y'all would have been saying about him. And y'all still talking trash about Devin Haney. Talking about he a paper champion, this, that, and the third, and all that. And now the politics. This is again what I'm talking about the bias, bullshit in boxing and the politics. Now they gonna watch. I'm telling you how they gonna try to swing this thing some kind of way. That they gonna try to put those belts on Loma because he about to be 34 years old, and they want to try to let him go out, so they can say, oh, he's great. They gonna try to get him that fight some kind of way. Some kind of way they're going to try to get him that fight with George Kambosos. I'm telling y'all, they're going to try to do it. Somehow they're going to snuff somebody. And even though Kambosos verbally agreed and shook hands to fight Devin Haney, but listen, honestly though, with Kambosos, I would like to see him do what Teofimo Lopez should have done. Just take a few, gimme fights, man. Make some money with the belts, this, that, and the third. Don't get beside yourself and feel like you can write your own ticket because you got those trophies. But when Loma had him, y'all thought, oh, Loma was the man. But when he had him, and when he was the WBC lightweight champion, Devin Haney became his mandatory. And what did Bob Arum do? Nah, don't fight him. So once again, I ask y'all, who is Loma? Who's avoiding Lomachenko? Who's avoiding him? Who? That's all I'm asking y'all. Who's avoiding Lomachenko? There's nobody out there avoiding him. But Lomachenko is definitely trying to take the carefulest and safest way back to those world titles. And as long as Bob Arum, he would top rank, and they got the politics and the bullshit and the bias crap that's going on in boxing, they gonna try to get him back to those belts, and they gonna try to keep everybody else who should get a shot at those titles, they gonna try to keep them away from him. But y'all know what I'm saying, and this is part 2 to the first video, and I will be putting up another one. So drop the comments in the comment section below. Come on with the hate and with all the nonsense and all the bullshit, because I know it's coming. But for my real Bout Time boxing family and Trill 100 Mil gang supporters, listen, y'all already know, ain't none but love over here.